It's time for Himawari to shine, chat, and trust me. I believe it's going to be something that's worthy of being noted and remembered throughout history as a child of Naruto Uzumaki. Y'all know how much I rock with my guy Boruto, how much I love my guy Boruto. Yes, it's all Boruto. Boruto this. But despite the massive and toxic, mind you, massive and toxic love that Himawari gets, in a general consensus, I want the respect to be placed on her name. Like, yeah, when we talk about Naruto, we talk about Naruto's children, niggas automatically start thinking Boruto. Nah, start putting respect on Himawari's name. It's time for her to shine. Now, it's an important moment in the arc where Shikamaru devises a plan to finally mop up Mamushi, get him over with, done for good. And one of the key pieces in this plan is none other than Himawari herself. After the Queen Sarada does her due diligence of mopping up the remaining Shinju, after Damon has done his due diligence as a menace and, you know what I'm saying, performing his duties, you know, the stragglers are being mopped up by everyone else around, and then boom, we hit 50. Sarada clean them up. Kawaki, Himawari, y'all pull up and mop the floor with any stragglers. And we understand how crucial that role would have been, and we understand why Himawari was chosen for this role, right? Because of her specific abilities, because of her potential output, because of what the damage she can do upon releasing a Bijou Bond on a group of plethora, or, you know what I'm saying, a swarm of Mamushi. It's likely to kill these mugs. So we needed that power. Aside from her being included an important role in this plan with this guy Shikamaru, right? We understand different powerful characters have placed her on the potential pedestal, but not in a bad way, not in the Megumi way. No, shout out my JJK fans, but rather in a bright way that allows Himawari to shine as bright as the shining star that we all, but most of all me, truly knows that she was born and meant to be, right? We know that Himawari has it in her in order to be great. And we know that it's not just Boruto who's carrying the special genes of Hinata, of Naruto, of the Sage of Six Paths, of the Ultras. No, it's big Himawari out here in the mud, in the mix, and she's now officially getting her hands dirty in the field and gaining experience points. One of the things I love about Himawari as a character is she embodies so much of Naruto that is actually ridiculous. Now, people place Himawari Boruto next to Hinata and Naruto, and if you have not noticed this or seen the comparisons, I dare you to even just try it, right? Side by side, it's not even a contest. Boruto resembles the fuck out of Hinata, like literally, and it's crazy how it's drawings and colorings, but it's so much one-to-one that you can tell, regardless of how much he made Boruto to resemble a Naruto version, right? Like a Naruto look-like. He looks just like Hinata in the face. And then when it comes to Himawari, exactly fucking Naruto right there. And it's like literally Ikimoto just took Naruto's face and put it on Himawari's character design, and then took Hinata's face and put it on Boruto's character design. He said, fuck it, that's how we gonna mix up the family tree, right? But all of that aside from appearances, which are strikingly, like, you know what I'm saying, high for this guy Naruto and his daughter Himawari, there's so many characteristics that are like the two, especially when we get into the anime, we start diving into the Himawari arcs. We see a little bit more about her character, how she connects and bonds with this guy Kawaki. We see a lot, especially of, you know what I'm saying, Shippuden style Naruto, that transitioning happy kid period, you know, rather from I'll kill you to, you know, let me talk to you about your problems and potentially punch you out of your problems if the situation calls for it. We see a lot of that in Himawari. She's not afraid to step up if she feels she can make a difference, and also she likes to take that responsibility and care for others that she views that as her friends, as someone that she eventually builds a connection with. So a lot of the characteristics, but more so, and especially within TBV, she's learning through active battle. She's getting stronger, right? It's not something that you can teach, where we see situations in endless scenes where Boruto is told something step by step and he gives his answer or a rebuttal to it, and the teacher or instructor, whether it be Jiraiya, whether it be Kakashi, or even Naruto himself, are surprised or just completely impressed by his response. Like, well, that was easier than I expected, right? Aside from a slight bump or a hiccup here and there where Boruto stumbled, he always initially understood what you told him and how essentially to go forward. Whereas Himawari, it's not more so tell me how to do it, but show me what to do, and then let me just try to do it myself, and then I can figure it out myself, right? And we see how Kurama relates this type of training habit to Naruto, because he's training with her and he's telling her one thing and she's saying another thing, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, I just need a nap because right now I have a headache. So she's very much her father's daughter, and I like him in a lot of circumstances. using all of that to relate to the fact that she's gonna grow in very strenuous and high pressure situations, just like her father did. Naruto got strong in training, yes, but the leaps and bounds that he took in his power gaps and his power output always occurred on the battlefield, whether it be a rage amp, whether it be a realization amp, or whether it be a power of friendship amp. And we've already seen Himawari have the rage amp. We've already seen Himawari, similar to her dad, do things that she simply can't explain. She's like, I don't know if I really healed Inojin. Y'all should take him to a doctor and check him out. You feel me? Oh, you know, sorry, you just got shot in the arm. Here, let me see. Maybe I can do something about it, right? She's just doing shit, right? Like, shout out to all of my LeBron fans. At one point, I'm turning around, fading one leg off the back, but I'm just trying shit, you know? So Himawari's out here. She was like, fuck it, I'm gonna train to be a ninja for a couple of years. It seems fun. I might try it out. Niggas out here dying. Niggas out here putting their blood, sweat, and tears into it. Oh shit, the favorite fox I always admired my entire childhood all of a sudden is just saying he's wanting to sing with me. Bijou Bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of life she's out here living, and she's just enjoying it. So aside from the maturity and experience part, once she gets a little bit more field work put in, right? Then we're gonna start to see Himawari blossom as the flower that not only her namesake is a play off of, but the flowers that she so much so idolizes in so many different visual aspects, that being in the sunflower. So she has a very important role, right? This guy Damon already talked about the potential that he sensed within her. Ikimoto cleared it all out the air. It was the potential synergy with Kurama and Himawari being mixed together, all because we understand of her lineage, Hinata and Naruto coming from Hagoromo and Hamura, both halves of Kaguya. You know what I'm saying? Two halves of the same coin make the whole entire full flip. So everything explained right there for why Himawari is so set up for greatness. Is more so now just all on her to determine how far she wants to go. Now, I believe she can play a major role, and it will do so much for the character. Now, I've said time and time again, this guy Boruto is now in a position to put the dealing blow on this guy Mamushi, pause, because we understand the heavy hitters in Kawaki and Sarada are out of commission. But more so, even with that aside, the public reception of the village, if they were to find out Boruto is the sole reason why they survived this Mamushi invasion, how will that, you know, be? Because it's different where 3 years go by, you randomly see Boruto, and then Code invades, and then monsters invade, and then some people say Boruto helped, while other people say, why did Boruto just come randomly when Code invaded? That's understandable. Regardless of if Boruto put in the work or not everyone is going to be down there to see it. But we had high key figures, i.e. in Kobu, and then a lot of villagers and stragglers and Jonin saved by Boruto in this Mamushi invasion. And on top of that, as Shikamaru made his final plan, all of the Mamushi clones in the village began to swarm around and follow Boruto. So it was very visible if you were looking up in the sky to see Boruto leading a swarm of enemies outside and away from the village. Now, if the reports come back, they won that mission by a hair of their skin, and it was all thanks to Boruto. A lot of things are gonna have to be, you know what I'm saying, addressed, and a lot of questions are gonna have to be answered, and a lot of concerns are gonna have to be brought to the table. Now, how does Himawari connect into all of this? Well, it allows her, one, the opportunity to fully, you know what I'm saying, be on the battlefield with Boruto and support and help him, as she's always wanted to do throughout her entire life, regardless of omnipotence or not. She's always wanted to be a ninja to help Boruto, the guy Boruto Uzumaki, whether she thought she was his brother, you know, or he wasn't her brother, you know what I'm saying? In both worlds, non-omnipotence or omnipotence worlds, she want to help this guy Boruto, and she wants to basically be a ninja in order to do that. So for the first time in her life, she's going to be able to fight side by side with Boruto. Now, if she continues and maintains her role, I say fight side by side because it will still be crucial for her, someone like her who still has the ability and capability to shoot off Bijou bombs, to play the straggler role basically once or somehow, some way, however they figure out to dwindle down Mamushi's number. And if Boruto is the main factor or main reasoning in that cause, he can rely and count on Himawari to be there in his blind side and be there once he's finished to actually take out the last 10 or so, 20 or so Mamushi clones with her tail beast bomb. They can have a coming to Jesus moment, and then it can be there and understood how much Himawari not only wants to continue to support Boruto, but defend Boruto, especially once the mixed conceptions and perceptions start to flood into the village post Mamushi's defeat. So how will it be in terms of the village's reception of Boruto if you have not only Kobu being confused and compromised, but well known and understood the Hokage being confused and compromised, but now possibly possibly both of Naruto kids being confused and compromised. Would Kawaki agree, or would he make public knowledge that, hey, I have a temporary alliance with this guy Boruto because we need him to take out these Shinju clones? They are that dangerous. We need his help. And even with Kawaki's situation aside, will Himawari be more vocal and more outspoken in terms of, no, I want to help Boruto. I fought with this guy Boruto and I was with him when we defeated Mamushi. There's no way I'm going to turn my back on him now, especially that I had a first-hand experience. She has a much bigger role. And don't let me even get started on this guy, Kurama, right? Because once we start getting into a little bit more settled down moments between Kurama and Himawari, especially throwing Boruto into the mix, then we can start getting the answers to all of the questions we've had since the start of TBV. Does Kurama remember the world as is? And if so, what has he told Himawari? And if he hasn't told Himawari anything, why has he not told Himawari? It's too vague, and it's too much in a gray area for us to fully say whether Kurama remembers Boruto as Boruto or Boruto basically as Kawaki. But it's going to be interesting to see a for sure answer on his perspective and what he tends to, believe, and whether he believes the world is tricked, whether he told Himawari, or whether he's sitting back and he's waiting for an opportunity for he himself to speak with Boruto that way, as opposed to finding out or figuring out a way to fully convince Himawari or possibly putting her life in danger. Maybe he wants to protect her. He waits until he gets an opportunity, manifests himself, or asks Himawari for an opportunity, and then he speaks with Boruto just to confirm things for himself. It's interesting either way, and I'm very excited for it either way. But like I said, third time's a charm. Either way, Himawari is going to have a big role to play in the future moving forward. So let me know how y'all feel about it. What are your thoughts, comments, concerns? Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 33 will be coming soon, so I'm looking forward to it. Holla at your boy. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Black out. Yes, sir. Ski.